Harumi and Crystalized remains as one of the hottest topics when it comes to talking about the next season of the show, and a leaked intro clip for one of the future episodes gives us a lot of insight as to how she's still around now and is working with the Overlord. Today we are going to be going over that, explaining everything and giving my thoughts on it. So this leaked clip I'm referring to, or intro clip I should say, is honestly a few weeks old now, but it hasn't really been widely talked about, I'd say, especially what we're going to be getting into in today's video, which is interesting considering this is potential huge news. So of course this is a quick spoiler warning for what we're about to talk about today, but honestly at this point I'm imagining most of you don't really care, so let's just get straight into this. In this clip we see Harumi in her season 9 outfit, which alone hints towards the fact that, well, this scene took place after the events of season 9 and took place after she supposedly died in the building collapse, and she is seen kneeling down, bowing down to the Crystal King on some kind of crystal. So that's basically the run through of the actual scene. Now let's get on to what I believe is actually at play here. So now what I think is happening here is Harumi was either saved or revived by the Crystal King. So she basically either survived the falling building accident, or she did actually die because of that, and was revived by the Crystal King. Picture it as how Samukai was able to save Dr. Julian with a potion moments after his death. A similar thing could also be happening here with Harumi and the Crystal King coming in to somehow use his powers to revive her. Now my thoughts on this and my take on this overall is that if she died and was actually revived, that's, a bit more understandable, I'd say. And although it does seem like, fairly lazy writing, well, it is basically lazy writing in my opinion, and it does also seem as though it's just blatant fan service to get their fans hyped for Crystalized, I could somewhat get behind it, I think, and I wouldn't have a huge issue with it. There would definitely still be a problem there, I think, but it's not like a deal breaker and I wouldn't be completely mad over it. However, if she somehow survived that building collapse, what? How would she possibly be able to survive that complete tragic building accident? It is the most unrealistic scenario I think they could pull off. And yes, I'm talking about unrealistic in a show that involves Lego ninjas fighting bad guys. But still, even by Ninjago standards, I think that is just really illogical and just seems really, really dumb. However, with that being said, I do still think that this is the real Harumi that was featured in the Oni trilogy, and isn't some sort of fake avatar Harumi of sorts that we have seen remade by the Crystal King. I think this is the real Harumi that we saw back then, and isn't a fake version of her created by the Crystal King or something. I strongly do believe that, and I definitely do not think this is a new avatar Harumi of sorts. I've seen people bring up the fact that, what if this is actual avatar Harumi from season 12? And to that I say, yeah, that's a really interesting idea, but at the same time, I do not really see it as being realistic. However, if they were to go down that route, it's interesting, I guess, and I would be down to see how they would possibly pull that off. But for my thoughts on this, I think this is the real Harumi, and she was either killed, then brought back to life, or somehow just completely made it out alive, and then somehow fell into contact with the Crystal King, and has been working in the shadows ever since to bring down Ninjago and get her revenge once again, which, honestly, both are interesting. Which one would I rather see? Of course, I'd rather have her be revived of sorts. That way she still did actually die, but then the Crystal King came to her aid afterwards, saw what was going on, and revived her. I think it's just better than her straight up surviving flat out. It just feels a bit more logical, I guess, and I could get behind it a little bit more. But with this being said, that does sum up my thoughts on this quick video here regarding the character of Harumi and what's going on with her, and for that I do hope you all enjoyed it. With this being said, if you did enjoy today's video, feel free to drop a like on it, subscribe to the channel if you're new here and haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you guys can be the first to watch my new videos as soon as I post them almost every single day. And if you're interested in gaining a channel membership for $1.99 a month, hit the join button on my channel profile to see all of the perks you can receive. It would go a long way. Seriously, it helps me out so much, but do not feel obligated to do so. And also, drop a comment on this down below in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. With this being said though, I will see you all in my next video coming soon. Goodbye.